Para State, northern Brazil. This truck is carrying cattle on a journey that will see these animals cross oceans, span the globe, and carry them from the farmland of the Amazon rainforest to the heart of the Middle East. Simply to be killed. Bizarre as it may seem, this trade is not an exception. More than 125 years ago, the first ever cargo of frozen sheep meat was delivered to London by the New Zealand ship Dunedin. Despite first steps being made towards the transport of meat as a trade, an unnecessary and cruel global trade in live farm animals still continues today. Millions of sheep, cattle, pigs, horses and poultry endure journeys of thousands of miles throughout the world's continents. Animals deprived of their most basic needs of water, food and bedding, just to be killed and butchered when they reach their destination. Our year-long global investigation reveals the truth behind a trade estimated to be worth over $400 million to Australia alone. In North America, the Handle with Care investigators found thousands of pigs that endure this fate each year. After being driven from the freezing plains of Alberta in Canada, these pigs are transported for 7 days to Hawaii without touching the ground. Exposed to extremes of heat and cold, animals travel in overcrowded conditions with no opportunity for rest.
The thought that they're jamming enormous amounts of pigs in a small container where there's no cross-ventilation, then you have all the urine, and then you have the vomiting, and you have the feces, and the temperature. I'm not sure how hot it gets in there, but I would think way beyond 100 degrees. That's more than just uncomfortable for pigs. I mean, you're talking about a very deadly situation.
Many die each year as a result of the conditions and stress of the journeys they suffer. Those that make it to the slaughterhouse will be sold as island-produced pork in Hawaii supermarkets and hotels. Disturbing evidence also points to links between the movement of live animals whose immune systems can be weakened by stress during journeys and the rapid spread of disease across regions. Thailand is one of the world's largest exporters of chicken used by multinational supermarkets and catering companies. Handle with Care investigations revealed the terrible journey that these birds endure because of the global trade. Overcrowded and exposed to heat and dust, chickens are loaded and transported from factory farms to slaughterhouses in brutal conditions. Yet Thailand has also been an avian flu hotspot. Many have died because of the spread of this infectious disease. Transporting terrified and injured birds in brutal conditions across Thailand isn't just cruel. Some experts now attribute the first outbreak of the disease to the transportation of poultry along road networks in Thailand.
We think it is mechanical because the disease spreading pattern is along the road, not along the flyway of the migratory birds.
In South America, investigators of the Handle with Care coalition followed this transport of cattle to Belém port, Brazil.
They have about 30 heads in a very tight way. They are put together, you cannot move. Many that fall cannot come up again because it's too tight. And they will stay there in that position without eating, and most of the journeys without even having water for 3-4 days.
Footage at the port demonstrates the stressful unloading procedures that the animals are subjected to as they are moved from truck to ship. Whilst at sea, animals are kept in overcrowded conditions, deprived of space, bedding, and even natural light.
A lot of them die during the trip.
How many die?
Depends. The approximately 8 to 10%.
It takes 16 to 18 days at sea to arrive at the port of Beirut in Lebanon, simply to be killed. Australia, the world's biggest live exporter, sends millions of sheep to various countries in the Middle East. Vast converted ships house these frightened animals for weeks at a time. Many are so weakened they cannot move themselves from the ship. But the rough unloading at a Middle East port very rarely brings the end to their horrific journey. Animals can spend weeks at fattening plants, or sold at markets and crammed into car boots before they face a usually horrendous slaughter. Advocates of the trade argue that it is necessary so that the animals may be killed according to religious or halal obligations in the Middle East. Yet according to religious experts, the cruelty of the long-distance trade in animals for slaughter actually goes against the teachings of the Quran.
The animal, when it is transported, must be transported in a situation where they do not sit or stand in their own feces, in their own urine. They are looked after well. They have got water and something to eat as well. And also when they are brought into the destination, they must not be distressed, they must not be pushed, they must not be dragged by their leg or by their horn that way. And they must be revered, because just like a human being, we are from Allah's flock, so the animals.
Yet how many consumers around the world know that the meat on their plate may have come from animals transported live over such great distances and in such appalling conditions? Countries which export to the Middle East, such as Australia or Brazil, actually have large numbers of abattoirs that are able to serve even special cultural needs.
There is absolutely no need in the 21st century to transport animals on long distances simply to slaughter them at the journey's end. It is perfectly practical and is actually done on a day-to-day basis to transport meat, either in chilled or frozen form, from animals that have been slaughtered near to the farm of rearing, and to ensure that that meat gets to its destination in a top quality form.
Handle with Care investigations showed that transport of live animals caused unnecessary suffering to millions of sheep, cattle, pigs, horses, poultry and other species around the world. You can help stop the long-distance transport of animals for slaughter. visit our website today.